Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I have been slacking major in the video department here. Had a lot of stuff going on, obviously this COVID stuff with the business, trying to keep the company running, doing well. Been approved for a fair amount of emergency and critical work, as our lovely governor would like to call it. So, back to it. We have two big surprises for you guys. 3 updates, 2 surprises, whatever you want to call it. Trying to hide them until I get around to where they are. One, as you'll notice, this thing is naked. Look at that. You guys haven't seen that without a bed rack in a long time. We just have the Gladiator cargo net, the Plano tote, all the safety gear in there, and don't even have the spare in there right now. There's the old there's a work truck. There's the old bed festivities there. It's gonna get cleaned up and sold. So truck is dirty. 37s are doing well. I obviously bedlined all these. It looks good. It works. Cleaned up underneath. Got the 589 relocation there. Got the timberings. All great stuff. Chassis Unlimited sliders. Just the meat on these tires though. This thing does substantially well. And let me tell you, these things throw. They throw mud, rocks, anything, sand. This truck gets substantially covered anytime it goes off-road. And it likes it though. It does well. Whoever said these tires suck in mud didn't buy a big enough tire. These are one of the best tires I've ever owned for mud. Very similar pattern to most Super Swampers. Tested, tried and true pattern. Big outer lugs, big voids, a little bit tighter center. Nice side lugs, right fluent with the tread there, no gap, no line running through. They do great air down, do great air up, no problems. So, 589 does have a little something coming for me to hold the spare against the back here. And some of you observant people may have already seen one or both of the surprises. I've been a little loose with the camera here. But again, everybody at 589, Thomas, Daniel, Joe, everybody there. Good job, guys. Very happy with everything. Per the norm. And let's go ahead and show you guys the surprise. Let me walk this way a little bit, because I gotta try and not film both surprises. Boom. We are snorkeled. The AEV snorkel. Colorado specific. I knocked this install out in about 5 hours, but 2 of those are kind of dicking around in here. This thing's solid. You can hang from it and move the whole truck. It's not going anywhere. 6 big old rivets in there, and that pops through right down. Very clean looking, definitely noticeable. Doesn't block your view when driving. Right down here, that camera lights up, and all the way, I did seal that joint there. It's fully sealed silicone, goes in there, and that goes to the air box. and that is siliconed all the way into the air box. The reason I did this, as you can imagine, right here is where your stock air box gets its air supply from your fender there when your fender liner's there. Well, after one wheeling trip with this, I found out that the fender liner would be nice to have some of those made up that would work well and be quality. I figured it would be cheaper to just get something I've always wanted. So this AEV snorkel works awesome. You can hear a little bit more of the intake growl. It's definitely an awesome piece. 100% cold air up there, sealed into the intake, all the way into your engine. It's about the coldest air intake you're gonna find. So that is that. Now, for the other update, we'll walk around here and show you guys. Now I kind of got this as a whim. No, it's not the power washer. I've had that. This. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Boom. This is a Polaris, brand new. ZR2 XP Turbo S Dynamics package in titanium. I know that's a lot of gibberish to a lot of you truck guys that watch the channel, but this thing will be making a lot more appearances on the channel. Didn't really need one. Got a lot of friends who ride these, and definitely decided I need to see what these are all about. The truck always tries keeping up with the group of them. Does a good job. The truck is smooth, going really slow and really fast, but anything between 5 and 50 is pretty rough on that thing on the trails here in northern Michigan. So that's where this comes in. This thing is smooth from well, let's say it does well over 90 with no issue, and it's smooth the entire time. Now, for those of you who don't know a lot about these, this is 168 horsepower. It is turbocharged. Has 25 inches of wheel travel front and rear, as you can see. It is 925 cc and CVT transmission. Obviously, you just put it and go and put your foot down. It holds about 8,000 RPMs, a happy spot. And two-seater. Now, this is the bad boy. It's 72 inches wide. That's how it gets all that travel. I mean, if you look at a normal Razor, the tires are usually tucked in the fender flare pretty good. These aren't. This thing's wide. It's got 16 inches of ground clearance. I mean, it goes and goes. I put 113 miles on it between 1 p.m. and 10 p.m. this past Saturday with the normal group that goes out. Absolutely awesome vehicle. Really the only thing I've done currently is this little half windshield. It doesn't do a whole lot. I have a lot of stuff ordered for this. It should all be here Wednesday. Guess it has a roof on it too. So let's talk about what the Dynamics package does for this thing. So you're gonna see, I'll show you guys that later. This has Fox 2.5 dual rate coils up front with live valve, just like you'd find, well, they're a little bigger, but like you'd find in a Ford Raptor, and 3.0s out back. And give you guys an idea, 3.0 shock is huge, and that's some heft. Obviously dual rate out back, live valve. These things are intense. Well, here's the live valve stuff, or the dynamics that they offer. You go in here, gotta get used to the suicide doors. Harnesses, these harnesses kick ass. Fire it up. The dynamics package includes this touchscreen. Go through it. You can works with gloves on. Apparently it doesn't work with your finger. Got everything on here. You got a boost gauge. You can change that to temp, voltage. I keep it on boost to see how much fuel I'm eating. Like the sound it makes, and I put my foot down. RPM, speed. Got all sorts of stuff. Now here, we'll just do this. You can run your camera in the rear full time. This is a dynamics gauge, or gauges. Right there it's showing the shocks are on firm. We have firm selected here. This is just a dampening. Obviously it doesn't change your spring rate, but we switch that to sport, and you can see the indicator up here changed. All these changed to about 4 on the dampening out of 10. And this shows you live it. I mean, this stuff's like magnetic ride control. Different technology, but it does the same stuff. Learns how you drive. Kills the body roll. And that's what I run most of the time is sport. I'm on firm on pavement. Sport for most things off-road. I'm going under 30. I'll bump it down into comfort there. And when it's running, maybe I'll show you guys in a bit. That just puts them right down at low rebound, and that is smooth as hell. You can, I mean, anything. It's the smoothest thing I've been in by far, which it should be with over 2 feet of travel. Got your standard gauges there, and so put it back in firm just because this also has ride command. You can see my 113 mile route there. That was quite the leg. The fun part is I did from here to here in about 22 minutes, and that's all off-road. This thing flies. Absolutely flies. So let's go to the main dashboard. Music connectivity, Bluetooth, all that fun stuff. Anything you could want. Obviously the 4-wheel drive, instant 4-wheel drive. If you go back to this screen, it shows your, I'll hit the brake here, your brake indicator there, lights up red, and another mile/hour gauge. Over here you have steering angle. This does have electronic power steering, and that's also a G-force meter, and it'll tell you your peak G and the last G event, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so let me keep doing a little walk around. Show you guys the lights in a minute, but this has the Fang lights. Of course Polaris did that, so this is their big boy. They do make the Pro, which has the Pros are pretty sick. They have touch more power than this, fair amount more power than this, with just a more laid back design. I wanted this because I'm a travel freak. These have 168 horsepower, and this thing is more than enough to outdo the 25 inches of travel it has, which is already impressive. I'm thinking of taking the stickers off, but who knows. These are 32s. ITP Coyote tires are 8-ply on 15-inch rims, 32 by 10. Absolutely fantastic. Held up well to some good abuse. Taillights are pretty mean on these. And then the Turbo S has a different roll cage design. It has these two extra bars in the back for strength there. Huge storage compartment here. And this top bar here in the cage is curved. The standard turbo does not have that, and that is that's pretty cool. If I when I get a cage done on this, probably gonna chop this about 6 inches. All new metal, obviously, but that'll just bring it down. It does sit up pretty high. I think it's 6'2", 6'3", somewhere in there. Does great on gas. I thrashed this thing hard and only went through about 9-10 gallons this past weekend. So let's do a little headlights. Turn those on. The headlights are bright on these. They are all LED. Got a nice marker bar up there, and then your standard bright LEDs with the projectors in there. Obviously you can see the cutoff line right there. And then high beams. If you're on tight woods trails like we have here, and you can just see that, even though I got all the lights on in here, it's an impressive high beam. It's more of a spot pattern. If you're on tight woods trails here, it's comfortable enough. You can cruise about 50 miles an hour in the dark with the headlights on with no issue. Maybe a little faster once I get a little more comfortable with the machine, but man, this thing is wild. That obviously cleans up very nicely. This thing was filthy. You can check that out. Actually, I can't. I have not posted those photos on my Instagram yet, but if you look at that, at Greg F. Gallagher with an H, you can check that out. I will post those soon from this past weekend, but definitely cleans up very nice. I mean, this whole thing was absolutely caked in mud. Incredible machine though. It's impressive technology they got thrown on here. Let's look at the arms there. Way beefier arms than your standard unit. Obviously the twin A arm suspension up front, and then back here you've got your trailing arm suspension with sway bars. You got sway bar back here, you got one up front, and just a heck of a setup. You got these arms here, they come up, they're high clearance all the way, drop back down at the wheel. Just make for those impressive clearance numbers. 16 inches is extremely impressive. I'm sure there's a lot more that that's just going right over my head right now. I'm still kind of in awe that I bought this. It's kind of on a whim. Made the mistake and drove it, and then went back an hour later with a check for the guy. That was well worth it. Got a cool little Easter egg like the ZR2s do on a control arm. Got a little RZR up there. And I think I will go ahead and start this for you guys so you can hear it. I'm going to set the camera down. And see if this is a good spot. not too bad. Take this with a grain of salt. We are in a garage. I'll get the camera as far off the floor as possible. Stock exhaust sounds pretty good though. Sound a lot better under load. Not sure how well this will translate to camera, but it's quite the piece of work. Got insurance on it today. Got all sorts of fun stuff in here. Obviously your shifter, park reverse neutral, low and high, and then plenty of pockets there, plenty over here, some accent lighting down there, and this beautiful Sparko wheel. Awesome finish on that, great stitching. That's where I'm at with it. I'm extremely impressed. Probably should have bought one of these about 5 years ago, but I don't know if I'd own one of those. I probably still would. Give me another walk around back here. These are the frog skins. They're super fine air cleaner mesh. It's on that side too, and this one's actually for the CVT case down there, and they're so fine water does not get into them. It's pretty impressive how that works. It's a very fine mesh. Pretty incredible. So, quick rev. Shut her off there. So that's about all I got on this thing. Running through the quick mods list. I actually got it on my phone because I already can't remember what I ordered and what I will be ordering. The auto lights there. The thing just looks pissed off all the time. It's like me, I guess. So, obviously got the half windshield on there. Polaris half windshield. Polaris aluminum roof, steel roof, whatever it is. I have ordered a full flip windshield. That windshield comes down or up to about here. Then it's got a strut on each side. You can flip it open or you can lock it open cracked a bit. Fully sealed. Definitely be a lot nicer. Have a MTX soundbar coming, Bluetooth soundbar. That'll sit right back up here, kind of pointed down and forward. This clamps onto that bar. Got rearview mirror coming. That'll obviously be up here. When I was riding, during that first shakedown ride, the only thing I noticed was that I kept reaching for a directional, not getting noticed for this, not doing a street legal kit. Everyone rides them everywhere up here anyways. And I noticed I kept looking for the rearview mirror, even though you can run that camera full time facing the back. Never looked for a side mirror the entire trip, but that rear view is going to come in handy. Just so used to it, which is funny because I haven't had a rear view that worked in that in 2 years now, so it's kind of weird how that works. What else? I have some inner door storage bags and stuff. They kind of go right here. There's a knee pad that goes here. There's a storage pouch that goes here, and there's a drink holder there, insulated drink holder. Let's go on both sides, make it a little more comfy in here. Can put a lot of miles on these in a day. It's nice to have some creature comforts. So, besides that, real quickly I'm going to order some chase bars. It gets very dusty up here. Not sure if I'm doing a couple pods of strobe or if I'll just go with the full width bar. Not sure yet. I could probably tuck a pod up in each corner there. Tons of mounting options on these. These things are like Jeeps for the amount of accessories that are available. Or maybe that's everything. I'm just used to that where there's nothing available. Gonna try and do a bumper. I don't know. I really like the way the face looks on this thing. And that's just mean. The bumper that I was looking at kind of goes up here and just has a bar that runs 1.75 diameter, same as a cage. And that just runs along there, stays out of the way of the fang lights, stays out of the way of the radiator. And it has a couple spots for lights on it. Probably put the diodes on there. But honestly, these lights are so good that that's kind of last on the list. I'm sure I'll find more stuff I want before then. But that's the video, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if we can get these both in the same shot. There we go. So, hope you all enjoyed that. And hopefully you like the update on the snorkel here. I don't know if I can back up far enough. This garage is a mess. There you go. It looks like it's taller than it is. Snorkel really doesn't go above the roof line. It's very deceiving. This truck is actually only a tiny bit taller than this thing. I don't know if you can tell that, but that's how it is. Look at these black headlights in there. You can see it's got a couple projectors. A lot of reflection going on because it is so black, but get the idea. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all enjoyed the video. I will start bringing a GoPro on some rides with me. It's a lot easier to film these guys than it is the trucks, that's for sure. Might even surprise the Cheese Bread crew and show up in this thing for one of the rides. Who knows? I've heard these things do pretty good at Silver Lake. It is rainy, but hope everyone has a safe week, a safe month, however long this lasts. Get your CDC guidelines in order. There's lots of opinions about it. I'm gonna stay neutral. With the business. But that's it for today. So, be careful, be safe. Don't stop having fun. Do some stuff at home. Start a YouTube channel. Who knows? Hope everyone enjoyed, and we will see you guys later.